nonviolent confrontation. And that's what it's all about. We have got to save the earth, but we have got to do it in a nonviolent way. We've got to be peaceful, we've got to be forgiving, we also have to be prayerful. And I appreciate you guys coming out. As soon as I arrived in North Dakota, I was greeted by the tribal chairman, Dave Archambault II. Be careful, be careful. Watch the traffic. Please don't block the traffic. We do not need bad publicity. We need all things to be positive. This is, as you know, and I'm not going to tell you anything that you don't already know. Water is life. I drink it every day. You drink it every day. We have got to have it every day, and it's got to be clean. The first 9 months of our lives, we are in water. It's critical. And it's not only affecting North Dakota, it's affecting our whole country. In fact, it's affecting our whole world. And we have got to do what we need to do in a non-violent, peaceful manner. That's what it's all about at Standing Rock. They have a group of elders that make decisions every single day. They tell us when we're going to march, they tell us what we're going to do for the day. And we are very, we listen to them because they are very wise. They know what needs to be done. And it's without a doubt one of the most peaceful tribes I've ever been around. It was such a blessing to be around those folks for the days that I was there. After the dogs were turned loose, after the burial site was dozed over, I was fortunate enough to be with the tribal chairman and a tribal elder. And they took us to the burial site where it had been dozed. And we were able to video the information. There were about 5 media groups that were able to be in attendance, and we just happened to be one of them that got selected. After we left, or right before we left, the tribal elder, Tim Mintz, who's a preservation and historical officer for the tribe, he led us in a prayer of forgiveness. And that was so critical for me, that was so moving, that after they destroyed and bulldozed the burial site, he led us in a prayer of forgiveness. And he said, we need to pray for those folks, the security group out of Ohio, and we need to pray for the operators that did the bulldozing. That was amazing. And it just speaks on the kindness and the spirituality of Sacred Stone Camp, because everybody was in prayer the whole day. And anyway, we left about 9 o'clock at the burial site. It had not been completely destroyed, but it had been bulldozed over. What had happened, the pipeline, the Energy Transfer Company, who's in charge of the pipeline, they had gone and left after the dogs were released. They ran off and they retreated, and we did see somebody in the horizon watching us as we were doing our ceremonies and our talks at the burial site. But anyway, we left, did the prayers, asked for forgiveness for those people who destroyed the site or who bulldozed the site. 2:30 Sunday morning, and we were there Saturday evening, they brought the bulldozers back and completely destroyed the site. Anyway, water's life, so we've got to have it. And it's just not at Standing Rock. Our whole world is threatened with water. We have got to stand not only against the pipelines, we have got to stand against fracking and all of these other kinds of things that's threatening our water. And I thank you for the opportunity, and I appreciate your attendance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bill. And again, thank you all for coming out and being a part of this. What we'd like to do now, are there any more speeches? Where are you, Gary? There you are. Anybody else got anything? Yeah, I don't want to wait on her anymore. So I guess what we'll do now, we had another person.
It's worth it.
I like your sign.
If you let me say something, it's worth it.
What would you like to say, sir?
Let him sit. Let him speak.
My name is Xavier Presley. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, you need to meet at the KUB building, and let's go in there, put our name on that list, and let them know any utility company, or oil company, or gas company are held responsible for this situation. If it was happening, if it comes down to it, and we need oil here in Tennessee, you can dead bet KUB, TVA will be the first ones to start digging up your family. If you don't want your family dug up, show up tomorrow at 12 o'clock at the KUB building and let them board members know just how you feel. That's what we can do local here.
So what we'd like to transition to do is we want to paint the rock in support of Standing Rock. So we'd like for everybody to cross over safely and carefully so we can write on it. Oh yeah, sure.
Alright guys, I want to say a little something I wrote today, so I'll be looking at this.
Go Gary!
I'll be able to engage you guys like our previous speaker did, but I got something important that I feel is important to say. Using oil as an energy source is about as outdated as letting corporate interests prevail over what is moral. This pipeline is a regression in our move to a cleaner, brighter future. The health of our planet and our continued existence on it depends on what we do now. It's that sense of urgency that within the past 5 days has commanded all of us here together. We all have jobs and responsibilities here in Knoxville, and it's not easy for us to all drive out to North Dakota and get on the front lines of this fight against the DAPL. But this resistance is not just about the DAPL, and the front lines are in every city, every town, and every square inch of American soil. The government officials who have been chosen by the American citizens. This resistance is not just about the DAPL. It's not just about protecting our environment. It's about being misrepresented. The government officials who have been chosen by the American citizens to represent their best interests have not been doing their job. But that is because the American people have not chosen government officials to represent them. The corporations have chosen people for politics who they know will carry out their agenda, and through manipulation have made the American people think that those candidates are not only their only choice, but their best choice. So when we see the police brutality, our military in other countries, our sick care system, our genetically modified pesticide-soaked crops, our for-profit prison and bogus criminal justice system, and we wonder how can the people I've elected to represent me let this happen? It's because these people don't represent you. They represent corporate interests.
Right.
When politicians working for corporations to legalize and fulfill their profit-driven interests at the cost of environmental pollution and at the cost of our well-being, then this is no longer a democracy. Now is the time for people to unite and seek justice on those who have led us, the American people, down the wrong path. They have used government as a way for a few to control the many, but we can use it as a way for the many to support each other. So how do we make change? Well, it starts with having vision. Without faith in the future, there's no power in the present. But if you don't know exactly what you want, how can you have faith in knowing that you're getting it? How can you work towards something that isn't clearly defined? Right now, people who want change have a vague idea of what they want. They want a clean environment. They want to live in great health. They want to live in a compassionate world where we all support each other. But we need to get really clear on what exactly that looks like. And more importantly, we need to get really clear on the vision of the system that allows that kind of existence. The corporations have a clear vision of what they want, and they've been putting in the work, and that's why they're having their way right now. So what is the vision? That's something you all need to dwell on. That's something we all need to come together and decide on. But I have a vision. Do you want to hear it? We use our tax dollars to support each other. We use our tax dollars to develop local organic farms and make that food free for everybody. We make clean drinking water free for everybody. We make home ownership. We take home ownership out of the hands of the landlords and the banks and give people the right to have a home. We use our tax dollars to create an infrastructure for our entire country to be run on clean energy, and we make having that energy a right. Now people have food, water, shelter, and energy, and if their hours get cut back at work, if they lose their job, what should be their basic rights can't be taken away from them. Poverty is now abolished, all because we decided to come together and support each other. We use our tax dollars to heal the environment and rewrite laws that we require industry to operate in ways to keep our environment healthy. The people in power don't have that vision. United, we the people have the power to impeach those who don't have our vision and to elect people to represent us who do. I want to talk to you guys for a minute about the power of unity. Unity of the American people is so powerful that the powers that be have gone to great lengths to make sure we don't unite. Through the education system and entertainment industry, they're trying to dumb down our youth and mold them into mindless consumers, unaware of and uninterested in the problems that plague our world. You parents are the most important asset that the people have if we're going to have positive, sustainable change. It's up to you to show your children the truth and to instill in them a revolutionary spirit. They have conditioned people to come home, turn on their TV, and watch the news. This propaganda makes people think they need to depend on the system. They manipulate us into feeling divided and powerless by projecting certain points of view and opinions on us. Did everyone here learn about the DAPL through mainstream media? You people who are sharing the real issues on Facebook with your friends and spreading knowledge are why people are waking up. Not everybody has those friends, and we need to create a website that has all the videos and articles required to wake people up, and we need to find ways to get people who need to see that information to go there and look at it with an open mind. And we need to take those people who are awake and we need to give them the vision. Change their mindset from being powerless to powerful. We need to influence the people more than the corporations are, but we've got it easy. They have to work hard to manipulate people and to hide the truth from them and to keep them asleep. But once people wake up and are aware of the scam, there's no going back. These corporations can only hope to keep the rest of the people asleep. All we've got to do is get people to see the truth and open up their eyes to do that, and then they're with us. If we're going to get the change we want, we've got to start putting in the work. And maybe in 15 years we can reap what we've sown. If we want real justice, we're going to have to do more than get together, hold signs, and sing songs. It's a great way to spread knowledge and to develop our unity. But we've got to agree on a vision, keep waking people up, and unite for that vision. When we are truly united, we will have the power to impeach those who don't represent us. When we are truly united, we will have the power to vote in representatives who champion our cause for positive, sustainable change. I want justice. I want to live in a sustainable and righteous way. And I believe that if the people unite, we can change the system. There's not a doubt in my mind about that. We've done great work today in developing the foundation for unity within our community for system change. And this is just the beginning. I've created the Facebook group, Knoxville Unite. Let's get together on that. Let's do the work. Let's change the system. The people united will not be defeated. The people united will Aaron Stevens, are you out there?
Yes.
Aaron is making a trip to North Dakota to donate supplies to the Sacred Stone Camp.
I need another person who can operate a truck and trailer with me. I've already been once. My partner can't go the second time. I need someone else that's able to operate a truck and trailer. The trailer is about 30 foot long. I have insurance. If you wreck it, I'll forgive you.
The most important thing you guys can do right now to support our water protectors in North Dakota is to get Erin your donation. She's made a Facebook page, with an event page with all the information on where to be and all that stuff and what you guys can bring to donate. I'm going to share that on the Facebook page tonight. And like she just said, she's looking for someone else to help drive.
I can drive.